Hey, it's Agi Anderson, your Brevard, Florida Realtor. And it's our last time on this series. I just don't think it's our last time together. I think we're going to find some other something to talk about. But in terms of the HomeZada Professional Series, this is episode 6.
Yep.
And this wraps up just this series. We're not going to say goodbye forever. It's just this series, and we're going to probably be meeting I suspect we'll find ways to meet online more times. Don't you think?
Exactly. We'll do some more things together.
Yes, this is Beth Zada. She is the CEO and founder of HomeZada. Can you please tell our viewers who may have not tuned in before a little bit about you, a little bit about HomeZada, what actually is HomeZada, and that Reader's Digest version of the Pro?
Absolutely. So I am one of the co-founders of HomeZada. I'm part of the reason why it's here. I think everyone in my previous company were sick and tired of hearing me complain about the fact that I was having trouble tracking the maintenance in my house, the money where it was going, just all these level of details. And I had it all over my house and all different types of papers and folders and files. And it just wasn't working out for me. And so two of my co-founders came to me and said, let's go build this product called HomeZada. And what it is a digital home management platform for homeowners to manage all the aspects of their home, including managing a home inventory. So for any of those just in case situations, managing a maintenance calendar so that you can stay on top of all of it. And as you say, preserve your property value because you're staying on top of your maintenance.
Right.
Manage all of your projects. So if you've got remodel projects, fix it, repair projects, and or new decorating projects, HomeZada can help you with that process. So it takes into account a mini project management skill set inside the system, and then understanding your entire financial package of what your house actually cost and what the value of it is. And that's really important because the majority of people who have homes, we use them as part of our retirement package if we need to. So the equity in them plays a role. And that's why a lot of people do get involved in the world of home ownership. And then the other thing is that we have too, which is what this series is about, is HomeZada Professional. So a variety of industries who touch the homeowner can use HomeZada Professional for a couple of different ways. They can give the gift of HomeZada with their brand in the system by using HomeZada Professional, or for those companies that enter in data on behalf of their customer, they can enter in data and then give that to their customer electronically and digitally so the customer and homeowner can now take on the responsibility of managing their home more effectively.
That sounds great. And today in episode 6, this is about saying thank you to the customers with easy home management. Am I right? Is that what we're working on today?
Yes.
So let me get my notes here. You're saying thank you because you're giving it as a gift, correct?
For those people that want to give it as a gift, yes. Or even for those people who enter in data, they can do that.
Explain the enter in data part for me so that I'm more with that. We're all clear about that, because am I as a person entering data, or are you talking about some other kind of profession? Explain that to me.
Great question. So we all know, Agi, that you are a real estate agent. And so think about closing documents or photos that you've taken of the home. You can actually add those into HomeZada so that the buyer now has all of their information inside HomeZada, and they can take on that responsibility of managing all the aspects of the home. So that's one element. Another element is for those people who are not familiar, there are individuals or companies that will conduct a home inventory. So they could be called house manager. They could be called a home inventory professional. They could be a professional organizer. Sometimes they're called move managers. So those individuals will come in and they will assess the property. They will document via photos, videos, and whatever documentation that you have as a homeowner inside HomeZada to complete a crafted, specific, detail-oriented home inventory. of all the things you own, both the contents of the home, but also they can take an account of the structure of the home as well. And then another example, or two other examples of industries that would enter in data is home builders. So what I just explained about the structure of the home
Right.
builders give companies what they refer to as a turnover package. Inside those turnover packages are details about the finishes they chose, owner's manuals, any kind of closing documents maybe that they had with the customer. And they're generally in a physical hard copy binder. Now, that's all great and dandy, but most people, when they get those binders, they can never find them. They have no idea where they are. So by giving a digital representation of all of that data inside HomeZada, the home builder not only gives all of this digitally to somebody so that they can then turn around and continue to manage their home in its entirety, they also, as the home builder, get their branding inside the system so that the homeowner now understands who gave them this, how to stay connected to that home builder. And for instance, some of the home builders that work with us, their sales office is no longer mentioned in the branding. Their warranty office is mentioned. Smart move, because if ever there is something out of warranty or it needs repairs, then the homeowner can directly contact the builder easily to get all of that information worked on. And then the next industry, similar to home building, is anything in the home maintenance concierge business or the remodeling business. Remodeling contractors and home maintenance concierge contractors can actually use HomeZada to help their homeowners together track the maintenance tasks that are going to get done and when. So maybe they come in quarterly, maybe they come in monthly, and then they can also track the remodel projects in their entirety, from the budget to the items that they select and so on and so forth. And it's a cohesive relationship on getting that done. So if a remodeling contractor or a maintenance contractor needs some authorization from the homeowner, they can actually have those conversations and more intelligently. And that is also really valuable for not only the professional in a seamless way, but for the homeowner, because now the homeowner has a record of this documentation that they've worked on with the particular company that they've worked with that either gave them HomeZada or worked with them inside HomeZada.
I just had a thought when you said something.
Sure.
So let's just say a homeowner has HomeZada, right? And they are going to move from that home. Are they able to provide the next homeowner with paint or any of that information? I didn't think that through before. I just thought of it when you said something about that. Oh, when somebody moves, you know, it'd be nice to know what the house paint was and or anything you had and the warranty. How do you do that?
Yeah, so that's secret sauce and magic. No, seriously, it's called a wizard we put in the system. But if you want, so let's say you have used HomeZada to manage your home. You put all your paint colors in there, all your maintenance tasks, all your projects. You have even taken a home inventory, which includes both what we refer to as the fixed assets, the things that will stay in the house,
right?
Hot water heaters, HVAC, roofs, walls, doors, etc. And then you've also taken a home inventory of your personal assets. Then those items go into a moving truck. You can actually go through our wizard, break apart the two sections of the personal assets, the fixed assets, the maintenance and projects, etc. And you can actually share all of the fixed assets, maintenance, and projects with your new homeowner. You keep your personal assets. You have a new account of HomeZada, and you get to start over from the new home.
Right.
But then that new buyer of your home has your records. So they already know what projects you've already done in the house. So they have documentation of that, permits, et cetera, if ever they need them. Two, they also know your maintenance schedule. So they already have a maintenance schedule to follow. They've already known if your projects, when your projects have been done. So let's say you replaced a roof just the year before you sold your house. then they know that their warranty probably will last them another 20 years. So they don't need a new roof, and they can prioritize, the new buyer can prioritize the projects that they want to do for their home. If you haven't replaced a roof in the time that you've been in your home, then the new home buyer probably needs to say, you know, I might need a new roof within the next 5 years. So I need to make that a priority project somewhere within the next 5 years. So maybe decorating a room or several rooms may have to sit on the back burner for a little bit until I can get this roof added, because you and I both know structural components of a home are generally more important to get repaired or replaced or remodeled than any furnishings. Because an example of a roof, if you have a roof that leaks, well, there's no point in getting new furnishings, because the risk is you're going to actually damage those new furnishings with a leak anyway. So yes, you can take that.
Makes
and
sense.
It's brilliant.
So one more
Think of it
question
like
to that
hardbacks for
is,
the house.
yeah, so I sell the buy, I am working with the buyer, then I can give them a HomeZada that could go into that house, and that would all communicate together, correct? Am I right?
Yes. You're giving them
That's
a
pretty
gift.
cool. I never even thought of that part until just now. I learned something new on every single episode. That's
Isn't it
what's
brilliant?
cool.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Our homes are complicated. We're trying to make it easier for people.
So, with the professional, I just, I'm a professional. I'm a professional using HomeZada. I am a homeowner using HomeZada, and we also have it on our investment property as well. So I think we talked a little bit about some of the partners. Tell me some of the, I think you've covered that. Did we miss anybody? There was the inventory, the builders, insurance,
Let me share
lending.
this just in case people have any questions.
Okay, that'd be great.
So I am on the HomeZada website, and this is on the professional side. And you can see we have a drop down, but we also have these tiles that showcase not all of the industries we target, but some of the key industries, and they're in no particular order. They are insurance, mortgage, property managers, real estate, builders. And then we have this group of service providers. They could be everything from a home inventory professional, a maintenance contractor. It's kind of one of those areas where we lump everyone together because we don't know what else to call them. A lot of these other industries have a lot of different types of people in them. So insurance, mortgage, and real estate have a 3-layer approach to their businesses for some of them. And what I mean by that, there is a company, there is a broker, and there is an agent, loan officer, etc. And so we work with all the different levels. Property managers, we work with all different types of property managers, from a traditional house manager who's managing a few homes. And we actually have some celebrity house managers that are using HomeZada to manage those homes, which I cannot disclose, but they recognize that they have multiple homes, and so they're using HomeZada to do that. But we also work with property managers who are major real estate investors. So they have hundreds of properties, or they have an apartment building or what have you, and they can use HomeZada Professional to manage each individual property or each individual apartment, so that they can maintain those properties, which is really important, and then so on and so forth. Everything from small builders to corporate builders as well.
So is there a way to take a sneak peek at what professional looks like in HomeZada?
So I'm going to log in to HomeZada. It's one of our sample accounts, because personally, I am not a professional. And so I'm inside HomeZada Professional, and I signed into what we refer to as a insurance type use case. So it just happened to be the one I entered into. And just to get you started, we always have a dashboard to give our users or our customers a view of what's going on in either their property or their account. So in this case, we're in professional. So we're looking at an account. This particular company has purchased 200 properties. They've created 16, and then they've got 184 remaining. You can buy these properties one by one, or you can buy them in bulk. You can do whatever you want. We do have some volume discounting, but they do have to take that offline. And then the first thing we recommend everyone do and I know, Agi, you like this part, is we ask them to set up their branding. And this
Yeah.
branding ad will appear on the home page or the dashboard page of the consumer property itself when they use HomeZada. And inside it, you can see here, there is a logo. There's a website, a phone number, a couple social media icons, and then an email address if you want it. And so the other thing that you can do, and I know you do this for your customers, is you can also add a photo. We
Yeah.
made it very clear that some industries and some layers of an industry, so for instance, an insurance agent and a real estate agent may want their photo in here. However, a builder may not.
Right.
An insurance company or a real estate company may not. So this is flexible. And then if that does transpire, this logo for the company will appear down here. And then right here will appear the photograph. But we want to make sure it's clean and specific for the company. Now, a lot of people always ask me, what if things change? What if I change a phone number? What if I change an email address? What if I change my photograph? What if I change where I work? Can I make all these changes? Yes. Once you make all these changes in the system, it will automatically change any account that has branding that you've given the gift of HomeZada to across the board.
Oh, that's good. That's good to
Yes.
know.
It
That's
will
good to know.
automatically change it. It was something that we recognized we had to do to support our partners.
So what are the benefits of this, would you say, to the professional?
Well, I think there's a couple of benefits to this. So I'm going to go to this slide. Can you see this slide?
I can.
Oh, perfect. So one of the things that I did, and I apologize, I'm just going to keep it like this because it's super easy, is we look at different benefits for all of our professionals, and they vary depending on what the professional is looking for. But one of the things that a lot of professionals are looking for is, how do I enhance my already existing relationship with my customers as the trusted advisor? How do I want them to come back to me? They like me, they look to me for advice, they want me to be cutting edge. How can I play a stronger role in this category? The second thing I want to look at is, how do I improve my brand in a really smart, intelligent way as a professional with my clients? So I'm engaging them throughout the homeowner life cycle, and I'll get to that in a minute. And what does that look like? Well, HomeZada is a really smart way of doing that, because in addition to this branding we have inside the system, this exact same branding will get placed on the emails that come out of HomeZada. And we found this magic sauce where we don't send too many, just enough that we keep our customers engaged and we don't lose them, which is also important. So HomeZada's retention rate is in the 75 to 76% range, and we constantly keep growing that.
It's
Our
huge.
customers,
That's
it's
huge.
And we think we need to be closer to the 80, 85%. So we're going to do our best to keep doing that. And one of the things that also reflects with HomeZada is, if you think about when people enter in data about their house, the last thing they want to do is take it and put it in another system.
Right.
They're like, I've already done the work. I want to make sure it's in here. And so that's another way of really providing benefits to our partners. Increase customer loyalty. Think about it this way. If you are giving HomeZada as a gift, or you are working with your customers in this smart, intelligent, easy to use platform way, customers are really excited about that. They want good tools to help them manage their home. And we talked about in previous episodes, HGTV and AARP surveys and focus groups indicated that homeowners are looking for solutions like HomeZada to help them manage their home. So if our partners are the cutting edge, innovative partners that they are giving HomeZada, then the customers are super excited and they remain loyal because, one, they see all this brand impression, they see that the partner is cutting edge, and then they start making referrals as well. So it could potentially be a lead generator for the partners. The other thing that happens is there's a way to reduce cost. So let's face it, we've talked about this before. When you have to acquire a net new customer, it costs 6 to 7 times more than if you retained your existing customers or leverage them for more leads. That's just a reality check, so you can reduce your cost. The other thing that can happen for some companies we work with, they can reduce costs in other areas. So for instance, in an insurance company, they can actually reduce their cost from an actuary perspective because they have smarter data, because they are working with their customer with their home inventory and understand how can we price you properly. And that's really important. People want to pay for the coverage for their home. They just don't always know whether or not they're covered, and HomeZada can help them with that. And then if by chance there are additional products, additional services, or even partner solutions that other partners work with, there's ways to upsell, cross-sell, or showcase those partners inside HomeZada for the customers to gain additional benefit. And one of the good examples I'll bring up here is a financial organization. If a financial organization is selling a mortgage and that mortgage or that refinance is the reason why they're giving the gift of HomeZada to their customers, they can also remind their customers that they offer additional products. And I'm going to be dating myself a bit, but Agi, remember when we all went into the branch and there was that board that showed all the different products that the branch and the bank offered that no longer exist. And so you'd be surprised at how many people don't understand what types of loans they could get, either short-term, long-term, what type of investment strategies could be taken apart, they could take part in, because they're not going into branches to actually have physical conversations with their bank companies. And that's happening with a lot of different industries. Everything's either online or they're having a very transaction-based asset or conversation. And they're forgetting about, they being the homeowner, as well as the businesses, are forgetting about all the other solutions to help meet the homeowner's needs, both today and in the future. And so this actually helps with that as well. And then by all means, when you have a solution like HomeZada, we're still a young company and growing. It's very competitive. It's like you're at a competitive edge because, well, I give this as a gift to my customers rather than giving a bottle of wine to somebody who may be pregnant or an alcoholic. As we indicated in a previous episode, there was one real estate agent that did that and she was mortified. Not to mention your branding is inside HomeZada versus whether you give different types of gifts, whether it's a gift card, brand, or a wine or something, a fruit basket, your branding is nowhere on there.
Not to add to that, that's a one-time thing.
Yeah.
You have that one time in HomeZada, every email, you're included in every email as part of their communication that you were the link to them. It's kind of sponsored by, I don't know if I think you have it in there, but in this email, you're recognized, you have top of mind awareness every single time you give them a fruit basket or anything like that. It is really a one-time, one and done event where HomeZada is continuous and ongoing and ongoing. And I think that's a real benefit to the professional and a real benefit to the homeowner.
And think about what you said in previous episodes as well, because there's a continuous engagement from within HomeZada. There's also a continuous potential engagement with your organizations as professionals with your clients as well. So you could have a conversation like, it's hurricane season. You remember, HomeZada's out there for you. Remember, take your own inventory. Now's the time to do it.
I know I want to do that. It's in my calendar actually to check. I know it starts sometime in July, but I want to start in June beforehand and go, hurricane season's upon us. Make sure you inventory your home. It's simple. Start simple. So I think this is so much more beneficial because, again, it's ongoing. And I just don't think it, and I've said it in other episodes, and I'm going to say it again. It's another conversation about the home There's maintaining the value. You can say, are you going to do any home projects? Is anything coming up? You're going to add anything, do anything? Because, you know, the project segment of HomeZada is very, very good. Like one of my clients is doing that. And I just said to him, you really should to stay on budget, because you wind up going, what people do more than they tend to spend too much and they over improve. And when you over improve, I promise you, you usually don't get your money back on it.
That's correct.
It's you know, I've been a realtor for a long time, and people are like, but I put a dit and I put a dit and I put a dit and it. Yeah, but you shouldn't have.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Fully
It's
agree.
like, stay within. If you want to have something that you do like that, it's actually better to move to a neighborhood that's more upscale that warrants that, versus I'm going to take my house, because then you go to sell your house and your house is actually devalued, not
Correct.
increased in value. People think it's absurd, but that is the reality of it.
Yes.
Over improving costs you money. You leave money on the table when you
100%
over improve.
correct.
Yeah.
And so, and I agree with you tremendously. And what you just brought up too is, if a homeowner buys a home, they own it and they sell it, and what you're bringing up and talking about is, how do I stay engaged in this whole process?
Right.
Over and over and over again for years on end, because let's face it, I think the average person moves between 5 and 7 years.
Yeah.
I think that's what it is. So how do you stay engaged between those 5 and 7 years so they come back to you?
That's right. So let me ask you one other thing that I'm curious about that I didn't ask. So we give the customer HomeZada as a gift. It's that's an annual subscription, correct? Yeah. Then that customer is invited, I guess, at some point before that subscription ends to continue their subscription.
Yeah,
right?
That is correct.
Yes. That's good. So then, and then our branding continues with that at that time.
It can do that. Yes.
Yes. Okay. I just didn't want to say something that wasn't true. So I have learned so much. If you're interested in getting signed up with HomeZada as a consumer, you just happen to tune into this, I've got a link in the description for you to join as a consumer. And if you're one of my pals across the whole United States, because I know so many people now, realtors across the whole United States that are in so many different markets, there's also a link for you. I really invite you to consider this as a marketing tool, make it a part of your marketing budget. And the thing is, your closing is going to pay for that. You know what I mean? It's not very expensive. I don't like mentioning the pricing because this is going to be on YouTube, God knows how long. And so that's going to change. Just check it out. But it's very, very affordable. Very. And I just think it's the gift that keeps on giving.
Yes, it is.
It's the gift that keeps on giving. So what do you got to add, Beth? Anything to wrap up this amazing 6th and last session for HomeZadas for professionals?
I think that's it. I mean, like, it's pretty self-explanatory. If people are confused, by all means, ping us at info@homezada.com. We will talk to you. Let us know that you watched this video or any of these episodes so that we can make sure that we understand that as well. But we just want to bring homeowners and professionals together in a really intelligent, positive way. And we want to make home ownership easier. I know from my personal experience, it was very difficult. I was really frustrated on the fact that I didn't know where my money was going. I wasn't on top of maintaining my home. And it was frustrating because something so simple that would have taken me 30 minutes to do ended up costing me $2,000. And that to me is unacceptable. All because I just didn't know. And so we're just here to make sure that we're giving people as much data as possible on how they can best manage their homes so they can preserve that property value and they know what they own.
That is such a cool message for all you professionals, whether you're a realtor like me or lending or insurance,
Mhm.
I think it is a great reminder to people because honestly, as for as long as I've been a realtor, I've only in this last couple of years started really thinking about, wow, maintaining property value, because the more inspections I looked at that were problematic and had so many things wrong, deferred maintenance is
Mhm.
really expensive,
It's
really
costly, and it
expensive.
also delays time in potentially closing a deal, isn't it? On a seller buying a home?
Yes, yes, yes. So as a professional, I think preserving property value is a great conversation from the day after the people close. Here, you'll be getting home, even if you don't do it. Oh, I'm excited for you for your home. Hey, towards the end of the month, look for the link for your HomeZada because I'll be setting it up for you. And then you can put in those closing documents. There's such better conversations.
Yeah.
What are you going to talk to them about when they just moved into their house? You're going to ask them if they want a free CMA? No, but you can say to them, hey, you're going to be set up on a maintenance cycle. It's going to help you. And I do want to reiterate this. HomeZada creates that maintenance cycle.
Yes.
You don't have to set up a calendar. I think it's really important to know that they analyze your house. They know many things about it. And then you're sent reminders to do the task. That to me, it couldn't just get any better. So
Yeah.
with that being said, I testify, y'all, to HomeZada, and that it is an amazing home management system that, and as a realtor, also let me say, I think it helps to have it myself, because then you're going to be able to
Yes.
relate to your clients better that you have it. And if you have a home that you own or you have inventory properties, by all means, sign up for
Yes.
yourself as well. And I'm going to end with that because I think that's a great note to end on. And thank you everyone for tuning in to this great series with Beth Dodson from HomeZada. I love that we took this time to enlighten professionals. I hope you all get a great benefit from this. I know I have. So look for us. We'll be somewhere online soon. If you have any questions, get in touch with HomeZada. I don't know how to answer them. Just kidding. Anyway, thanks, Beth, so much. We'll be talking soon, I'm sure.
Thank you so
Ciao.
much.